Welcome everyone. Today we have a special new Act 4 Path of Exile 2 guide. In this video, we're looking into how to find those bosses with permanent stats in Act 4, and I'll briefly explain my process of finding them and also any ways of looking for those. There's also permanent buffs that you can switch between in terms of additional flax gain, additional charges, things like that, and also some of the bosses I have found. I have not found everything, but I believe those are not the most important loot. So I'll go through the permanent stats I have found. In case I missed anything, please let me know in the comments as well. But I think I found most of them. So what I'll do is I'll point towards the maps we're looking at, and then we're looking to finding it in the right place. So what I'll do is I'll try to cover all the important parts and also some notable loot, and then together with the additional permanent stats. So this will be including some extras so you're going to find them. So the first extra, there's no extra loot over here. This is the Wakapatu Island, and you can see that there is a great white one which drops a shark fin, and you can see our previous video on how to find that. On the second part, there is a dread crab. The dread crab is a little bit harder for me to find, and this is not a permanent stat, so if you guys don't find it, it's okay. It is located next to a waypoint or save point, and you have to come over to the cave and interact, go next to the cave to find this crab. In finding this particular crab, you'll be getting an uncut support gem, level 4 I believe. Yeah, there you go, level 4 uncut support gem. So the first island I went, they just got a map. We'll talk about maps soon, but the second island, finding the great white one wasn't too hard, and the crab is a little hidden, so I want to cover a little bit on that. Now, of course, we're here for the permanent stats. I'm going to fast forward a little bit so I can show you guys more in a orderly fashion to find the permanent stats. So coming over here, once you come over down to this Island of King, or Exile of King, over here you will be finding the Magna Twins, and also there's a bunch of those things. So in the beast den, there's the beast, but what you really want to look for is there is a particular beast in the arena. So over here, coming back to the right place, you're going to see that as you travel across, you're going to come across another checkpoint. Now, just sorting out my inventory. So as you can see, coming over to here, this is a dead end run, but you want to look for a particular checkpoint. After the checkpoint, you go into the mini arena. Now, coming over to this mini arena and also defeating the enemy will give you a tome, which will give you 2 skill points. Quite important in the early game, and especially getting some power-up spikes. And this is, I believe, this is on the Exile of King, so on this map. Now, if you come over to the Volcanic Barrens, what you can see is the Volcanic Barrens, I don't think it gives us any permanent stats, but there's some notable bosses you can fight. So here, this is the story boss, I guess. I'll fast forward it and killing him, nothing too special. After killing him, what you want to notice is there is another path. So notice that here is where the boss is, and here I'm going to go around backtrack to the end and show you guys that there is another set of twins you can fight. Took me a while to find him. So coming back over here. So after backtracking and also after looping a different method, I can find the twins. The twins are 2 rare monsters that will drop some notable items, but no permanent stats. I was a little unlucky with the drops, but I believe my friends have got some exalted orbs or chaos orbs, nothing too special. So the twins are located over here. Let me show you guys over here. So the twins are those, and the twins, and you can see this is where I fought the boss, and this is where the twins are. So it took a lot of backtracking, and fighting the twins is not a must-have, so you just want to be here for the 2 skill points from the beast in the arena. Now, as we keep going, there's quite a few permanent stats I want to share with you guys. So next one is gonna be in the prison. So in the prison, there is something called the Goddess of Justice. I do believe this is in the abandoned prison. So coming over here, you can see I am in the abandoned prison and I am scouting around. And once you have come over to this particular location, so there's a statue here. If you interact with the statue, this is actually an exchangeable buff that you can provide to yourself, rather to increase mana recovery from flask or life recovery from flask. And when you select it, you can click on the icon over here and you can select it. And just to try and also do it for science, I want to show you guys over here. You can click the other one to just change it. So yes, it's changeable and you can adjust it in the future. You can see I'm clicking the other one to change it and change it back. So this permanent, I guess, switchable buff is from the Goddess of Justice. Now, as we keep going, what you're going to see is, I'm going to come back a little bit. So bear with me with the skipping. Now, because there's quite a few, so I wanted to cover everything for you guys. So over here, this is the trial of the ancestors. So what happened with the trial of the ancestors is as I clear those maps, another map comes up in the middle around here, I believe. Oh yes, around here. Or maybe was it just the map? So I was indicated to come to the trial of ancestors. And once you come to the trial of ancestors, there's two maps of interest. There's the Hell of the Dead and also the trial of ancestors. Let's firstly have a look at in the trial of ancestors. You can interact with this particular thing. Did I? Okay, hopefully I didn't skip it. So you can interact with pay your respect. I do believe this is a main quest related one, but you know, you do get the receive 5% increased maximum mana over here, and this is just the start. Now, if I fast forward a little bit, so in the actual, what you call it, the trial of ancestors, so fast forward a little bit, not too fast, hopefully. Just bear with me. So here we have the test sections. Now, in the trial of the ancestors, I think this is in the Hell of the Dead, right? Oh boy, did I explore the Hell of the Dead? I think this is in the Hell of the Dead. So in the Hell of the Dead, you will come across statues or totems as you defeat. What's happening? as lost track, sorry guys. As you defeat those totem challenge tests, you'll be able to obtain permanent stats of your choice. So here, after defeating this one, I was able to obtain the tattoo. Now, in terms of the tattoo, I'll show you guys over here. So let's talk to it. So you want to talk to the statue. Notice that once you talk to the statue, tattoo. So what you want to do is, notice there is a statue over there. I think I actually went away. I was like, wait. So once you talk to the statue over here, replay, yes. Once you talk to the statue over here, you'll be given a choice of two different stats. So usually it's one main stat and followed by one resistance stats. So you can either get 5 intelligence or 5 cold resist. And this happens for all 3 stats. So it's 5 strength, 5 fire resist on the next statue, and then 5 dex and also 5 lightning resist on the next statue. You can only pick one, so pick carefully. Now, what I recommend is picking the stats may be the safer way, but it really depends on your build. If your build are really short on resistance, then picking resistance is never bad. But picking stats allows you to get better gears and some cheaper gears in the future. And if you're stat stacking, then that can be really good. So what I did over here is asking my guildmates for advice. I decided to pick all the stats. So I got +5 to all stats over here on the tattoos. So the recommendation from my friends is that it is cheaper to find resistance in terms of all resistance. It is more expensive to find all attributes. So this is why I decided to go with attributes. Just to show you guys over here, after picking intelligence, you can tap it, and then over here there's another statue. Similarly, once you come over to the statue, you finish the quest, and this is in the House of Dead, by the way. So in the House of the Dead, once you talk to the statue, you'll be able to select another one, and here we're selecting the dexterity versus the lightning resist, and I went for dexterity. And finally, as we go fast forward, as you come over to I think the Trial of Ancestors, the next map. Once you come over to the max map, talking to the NPC will give you another 2 weapon set skill points. So another 2 skill points, which is very good. And I believe I missed the fire one. Did I go backward? Or maybe I didn't get to record it. So there are 3 stat buffing mechanics over here. So you're looking for the dexterity, you're looking for intelligence, you're looking for the strength +5. And you can also find your resistance over here as well. But it really depends on what you need. I think, is that the one? I think that might be the one, just to show you guys. Now, those are the majority permanent stats I have found over here. So yes, you can see the strength over here and also the fire resist. I'll have this full replay to show you guys where I found the things. Now, I have found and pretty much cleared all the interactive kills on the map. I haven't looted any of those, but I'll talk to you guys about how some of those loots can be interesting, but nothing major. So here is pretty much the summary of all the stats. I did not find increase of maximum spirit. A little unfortunate. I'm still looking and I checked everywhere. It doesn't seem that Act 4 provided maximum spirits. So please let me know if you do find a way to get maximum spirits in Act 4. That'll be really good. I'm really looking for that. Now, in terms of the other ones, I have some extras for you guys. Yes, just to show you guys a little bit of bonus. So the first extra is what to do with the maps. So notice here you have some torn map pieces. Some of those maps will have those. If you collect all the torn map pieces, you'll have a special map unlocked with a plunder's point. So firstly, in order to find the map pieces, travel to any of the checkpoints on the map with the map pieces, and then there's a high chance of you finding the actual corpses that is on the floor. It is always green, so here you can see the corpse, and you'll be finding the map pieces. Turning this to the NPC will allow you to have ability to find this map. And this map, just to show you guys over here, this is the plunder's point. Once you come over to the plunder's point, you can then do the excavation. I didn't do a good job, but you can see I looted a few exiled orbs, or mostly exalted orbs and rare items. Not the best job, I have to say, but it was okay. I just wanted to see what was there. About 7,000 gold and also some exalted orbs. Nothing too major, but it was a fun treasure hunting experience. Now, in terms of the other zone maps, if you tend to find a map like this one with the Scourge of the Sky, there's only one boss. Usually this is the story boss. And that means if you come over to the story boss, if you kill this one, this will pretty much just give you the boss kill achievement or the collection tick. So don't be too worried about the bosses that only have one. Usually you will find it at the end of the map. This was a maze of a map. Just to show you guys, this is a crazy maze of a map, but you will find the boss at the end. So keep going. There are some additional bonuses I want to share with you guys, just to help you guys progress through the map for Act 4. Now, in terms of Act 4, where are we? So, you might notice there are some catches over here. I have not looted all of them, and I'll give you guys an example of some of the ones I looted. So over here with the, where are we? So I think it was this one. So Astratus, this particular island. So on this particular island, as you come over here, what you're gonna notice is there are gonna be evening bells. So if you come over to the evening bells, so I'll show you guys again. There are some bells in the corner of the map, usually next to a checkpoint. If you come over to those bells, interacting with them, there's a high chance of currency item, and I found 3 exalted orbs just by interacting with the bells. And that is not bad if you guys are looking for those. But I do not believe this is a necessity to do all of them, so that's why I didn't do all of them. I might be missing some of the catchers, but I don't think they're permanent stats, and I didn't go for the hideout yet. Now, before I finish, you might find there are certain bosses around here that you have not killed, especially the Mad Butcher. This one took me a second run through the entire map. I killed the Mad Butcher without myself noticing it. Yes, and this did not give me anything particular, not anything notable. So it wasn't a permanent stat. I think this is just one of the monsters similar to the Magnet Twins that is more of a rare monster. That's why I couldn't identify it. So this one is more of a rare monster. In case you guys are searching, don't worry about it. It will take you like 10-20 minutes to redo the map, and it was not worth it. So what I do now is I'll have all the extras and everything I've talked about in this video on the end part of this video, should you want to try to follow through the things I talk about. And mostly the 4 islands over here is not in the best order, but you got to see everything that is permanent stats that is available over here. I believe I include everything, but in case I missed anything, please let me know in the comments below. And yep, hopefully you guys are enjoying the game, having a blast, and I'm moving towards to Act 5 now. And hopefully I get some more spirits for my summoners build.